just see. I know I'm late. Don't shoot me. I kind of conned him into not going to work today, but we ended up having some shit to do anyway. What's up, GT? I'm gonna see if anybody else comes in. I want to talk about that case I've been going over, just to bring awareness on it because it's a kid with autism. So about a kid with autism. So I just want to bring awareness of it. Hot. It is hot. It's hot as shit outside today. Kind of glad I ain't going nowhere. Although I'm still pissed off about it, but I'm kind of glad I'm not going nowhere. But it doesn't mean I still won't be pissed off about it. I got a guest with me today. She may talk, she may not. I don't know. She doesn't know how this works yet, so.
Hi.
No, and it's not somebody that you guys have already talked to or met. Somebody different.
I'm basically her cousin.
So I want to start off by saying Happy Independence Day. And remember, this day is not just about barbecues and the get togethers, it is also about the freedom that we have. Kind of the freedom we have.
That they're trying to take away.
Right? Little by little, we have less, but hey.
That's just like the whole AR-15 they're talking about.
Oh, they could take them motherfuckers away.
But nobody really has them.
Bullshit. There's a lot of people that have them guns that they just because they're not bought at stores. They're making the ghost guns like that. That's why they want to take them out because of all the ghost guns. Because you can make a gun through a 3D printer.
My thing is, I just think it's an excuse to try to take our Second Amendment rights.
I really don't give a fuck. I hate guns anyway. So they take them away. It's no skin off my teeth.
Well,
this is yours, not mine.
Well, if they take them away, my thing is.
Do you have any? Do you have any?
Have any what?
Do you have a gun?
No.
Okay, then don't worry about what they take away and what they don't take away. Get your ass off my pillows.
Yeah, but if you understand why we have our Second Amendment rights.
I understand why we have it. I'm just the type of person that don't give a fuck about a gun. Like, when I was growing up, we didn't need guns to protect ourselves. Why do the kids have the guns to protect themselves? Kids, underage, not even allowed to have a damn gun in their possession. But yet they got guns. Out there killing people for no fucking reason.
I understand that.
That's my thing about the gun. It isn't the issue of the gun itself.
It's the issue of the people behind it.
Because they don't train them with a gun. They are not properly trained. They are not properly trained how to hold them. They are not properly trained how to use them. Matter of fact, they don't even respect the damn thing. They're just out there shooting. That's it. They're out there thinking that they're fucking cool by shooting the damn gun. Now, if they can leave it to the adults and like people over 25 be able to get them, and only people, but there's so many that are out on the streets now illegally that people are buying. And that's where my issue is. Hello, Arctic. Welcome in, buddy. How are you, sweetheart? Right? And the Supreme Court is trying to get us to go back 60 years. So, I mean, either way, we kind of are stuck in a bunch of bullshit. So I just look at it this way. I mean, they're going to keep doing it regardless. They're going to keep taking our rights away. They're going to keep. It's just bullshit. It's just bullshit. How I never for some reason why, like as I got older, never understood the thing of the we are the free country. We may not be a third world country. We might not even be like Russia or China the way they deal with their people. But if you live here, if you are American, some of us, I know I look at it this way. I don't know about some others, but I know there's a couple that think the same way I do. Where is our freedom? Like, it doesn't matter anymore. It does not matter anymore.
It's
Little
like
by
that,
little, shit's getting taken away from us.
like election. I mean, I'm not trying to talk about, Trump versus.
Yeah, I don't do political on my channel.
But I'm not talking political, but my
and
whole
definitely
thing,
not about that man.
But my whole thing is about how did he get 90 million votes more than Obama, the first black president? That's my thing.
Money walks and bullshit talks. Because to me, I'm sorry, you should not be elected a president if you've never served in our freaking military. You've never served in a politician seat at all. How the hell can you just walk in and take over?
But see,
That's my thing.
I was watching. Have y'all ever heard of what's his name? It's been a while.
Probably not, because I don't do politics at all.
Well, he does like news and stuff too.
If it's not true crime, I don't cover it.
No, it is. It's what the news channels don't cover.
That's what I'm saying. If it's not about true crime or shit like that, I don't get into it.
He talks about he's a Jew. Dang, I can't remember his daggone name. It's been so long.
Yeah, the adults don't know how to lock their shit up, and that's the big part of the problem. Exactly. My point. That's what I'm saying. Like, none of these kids that have a gun in their possession that is legal, know how to respect that weapon. They don't. They think it's all fun and games until they get shot. And then, man, I got shot. I'm not fair. I didn't do that. Man, you were showing that gun off. How would you like it if somebody came up to you, overpowered you, took your gun, and shot you with that bitch? Come on.
I understand what you're talking about.
It just drives me crazy that they're not.
No names, but
they're not properly
my
trained.
neighbors are exactly like that, and they're young. They're
the one I know.
Yeah,
that's just because they want to be. They're fake. They're not. They're not. They want to be they're the followers. They're not do as I say. Do as I say, not as I do. You know what I'm saying? They're not. They're more of I'm gonna do what I want to do because I want to be cool, or I'm just not. It just drives me crazy with the kids nowadays. Now you see why we were so hard on you when you were growing up.
Yeah, and I'm glad y'all were. I might not have liked it back again when I was a teenager, but I understand now as an adult.
Because, like, man, it started getting bad when you guys were kids, teenagers. Like, that's when everything just, like, was getting horrible. Like, I mean, I'm sure it was when I was growing up too, but I don't ever remember it being like it is today. Or even as bad as it is today. That's why I always say I want to go back to when it was the 90s, 80s and 90s, because I don't remember any of the bad. All I remember is all the fun I had. But I was also a kid. But I could walk around New York at 3:00 in the morning and not have to worry about being snatched up. That's my thing. Like, I'm scared to death to walk downtown Sanford at fucking midnight.
Smoking, you are right. It's
my GT, and it's getting worse. Yep. The way I see it, parents should be held responsible. Exactly. But of course, parents can't do shit nowadays without going to jail.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's where it is because they took the discipline out. Took the discipline out. Look, I'll tell you what. I don't give a shit. My daughter got her ass whooped. And I won't.
I did too.
I won't.
And I'm serious. My mom and my dad used to argue because me and Allison had me and my sister did end up getting bruises on our butts, and I could not
If
sit
y'all
for a week.
fucking quit moving around, you wouldn't have got the bruise. I know how y'all two were. Little fucking squirmy bugs. Because Shauna did the same damn shit. But see, Shauna, the only difference between you guys and Shauna is Shauna was so fucking light skinned. No matter what that girl did, she had a bruise. Like I could grab her arm like this and she have a damn bruise. It didn't matter what you did.
Now you can't even discipline your child.
Nope, you can't. You're not allowed to discipline your children. Like I was told, making her write sentences was child abuse. Standing her in the corner was child abuse. Well, if you think you can handle my smart ass little child better than I can, come get her.
Yeah, they told somebody I know that a minute per year when it comes to sitting them in a corner or standing them in a corner. So if they're like 4 years old, they can only be in the corner for 4 minutes.
So why? So they can get back out and do the same shit right over again? Because at that age, they're really spiteful then. Oh my God! Like you would have died if you heard the way Sophia was talking to her mother last night. Like I was floored. My mouth fell to the floor listening to what she was saying. I'm like, girl, just because you're 17 does not mean your mother will not whoop that ass. You better chill out.
I'm grown and I don't speak to my mother like that because I know.
I know. I don't either. My mom, she don't care. She'll backhand me no matter how old I am. And my mom's hand hurts. I'm sorry. She's heavy-handed. Hello, OG, my gorgeous. I'm sorry I missed your phone call this morning. A lot of shit was going on. But I meant to call you back. I just didn't know what the hell you had planned for today. That's one of my besties. My OG. My Texas bitch. Smoking. I'm smoking too. Can you tell? I'm happy now. I wasn't earlier. I promise you, I was not a happy camper earlier. Like I didn't. Okay, so my live kept getting changed, y'all, because I wasn't at the place I was gonna do my live at. So the longer it took to get there, I had to change it. But I never ended up getting there, so I had to wait till I got home.
Yeah, she
Yep.
was right.
Yep.
That was my mom's favorite saying too.
And your mom got that from my mom because she used to tell me and her that all the time. She's like, she'll look at your mom. She's like, I may not have brought you in the world, but I will take you out with her. Headed home from working and then to take Kai to the fireworks thing. Are you staying with her or are you dropping her off? No, not really, but I'll explain what happened later to you. Yeah, Smoking's name is really GT. You know, you could go in on your channel and change that, right? It doesn't have to be Smoking. You notice mine gets changed like once or twice every few months. I never change Dippy, but I change everything else. So people tend to forget where I'm at. All right, y'all. So I'm up to 497 with subs. Three more. I need three more. And we need to get that watch. I wish I could participate in it. I really do with the watch time hours, but I can't. Unless I sign into my husband's YouTube and just do it with his, like, I don't know. Yeah, it was GT. Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, okay. But I do have a good case I want to talk to you guys about. It's not a new one, it's already been done and over with. It's about a little 5-year-old boy with autism. So that's the main reason why I wanna talk about it. Is because this little boy was unalive and he was diagnosed with autism. I'm a neurodivergent. Hi, Cicely Slicer. Welcome in. How are you doing? Sorry, can I just call you SS? That's probably a lot safer than what I would say. I'm having a decent day right now, anyway. So hopefully the rest of the night will be okay. All right, so y'all, the case that I want to talk about is Jordan Rodriguez. Like I said, he was a 5-year old little autistic boy. His mother Larissa and soon-to-be stepfather Christopher. They both Rodriguez. Before anything, they're just separate Rodriguez's. Um, they unalived this little boy and buried him in his backyard. Now, I have a bunch of recordings from them talking while Christopher was in jail for not paying his child support from another kid. And just the phone conversations and stuff. Nothing is about this little boy. They never talk about this little boy. Except for one, they give you some type of inclinations, but they never really say it. Um so this woman Larissa is like 38 years old when she got arrested or something like that. Had 9 children, including Jordan, before she went to jail. Now, mind you, when she went to jail, she was already in her third trimester. So she was about to have the 10th baby. Five of her kids, four of her kids did not live with her as is. They lived with others. There was the 5 in the home until Jordan passed, and they had the 4. I want to go to the lake too. I've been trying all day. Just been trying all day to go to the lake. What do you need a condom for?
I think she's saying about them.
No, that's him. Oh, okay. You're talking about Larissa. He's like, dang, need condoms. Like, what the hell are you talking about? It's like, what do you plan on doing tonight, GT? Hello, Miss Teresa. How are you doing, sweetheart? All right. So let me bring this up. Sorry, hold on one second. Yeah, so let me see. I've been trying to find it from back in when it first happened, but they keep giving me the one. Um, Here, I found the jailhouse letter one. So we'll read that one. And this is the article that I got. I'm reading. I'm going to be reading off of. Okay, so now this is the mother that you are seeing on my screen. That is the mother and her dumbass attorney. Like you guys got to hear like the conversations they were having in the the jail on the phone. Like, oh my god, they would call each other sexy soulmate. I team jailhouse letters reveal some of the mystery behind the child's unalive. The I team has uncovered explosive jailhouse letters revealing the untold stories surrounding the mysterious unalive of child found buried in the backyard. Larissa Rodriguez and her boyfriend Christopher Rodriguez went to prison for the unalive of her 5-year-old son. Investigators found him buried outside the family home on Cleveland's west side after getting a tip. And I'll tell you right now, the tip came from Christopher Rodriguez's brother. Now, this to me is something like he wanted to get caught. And the reason why I say that is because he knows his brother's in the military and serving. He's an active service member. So with that being said, his brother can't keep that in. If they would have found out his brother knew as well, that would have been his brother's job. So I applaud his brother for calling the law enforcement while overseas at that, called the local law enforcement agency and told them what was going on. But we reviewed dozens and dozens of letters between the mother and her lover from behind bars before they pleaded guilty and got sentenced. They wrote mostly about themselves and their future together, not much about the case or little Jordan. Well, of course, they're not stupid. They know the jailhouse records all phone calls. At
all letters.
At this time, there was no internet, so they didn't have the stuff like they do now. And not only that, they read and open every letter, any piece of mail you receive. Many of the letters included a lot of steamy talk about yuck, sex and such, as I miss you, sexy, or I want you and need you only, referring to each other as king and queen. Yeah, let's see how far that takes you in prison. IT requested the letter since Larissa Rodriguez and her boyfriend never fully explained to police what happened. Cuyahoga County prosecutors collected and reviewed the letters during the investigation, but the letters only have spotty references to the case. For instance, they're trying to get one of us on the wrong side and for abuse. And well, sure I ain't sure ain't we sure ain't kill our son flat out. They're trying to get us to turn on each other and multiply the letters and phrases us against the world. Recently, the case ended in guilty pleas to involuntary manslaughter and more. Investigators found Jordan had broken bones. He hadn't been to the doctor in a long time, and his body had been buried for months before getting discovered. See, they knew about this months before they got this baby out of the ground. So I don't think the baby was in the ground too long before they got tipped off, because the brother said it happened right before his brother went to jail. And during the phone calls, it's from like the beginning of his jail sentence to when he thought he was getting out. Which, yeah, he honestly thought he was going to get out. What I think they did is released him for the child support. And when smart little shits that they are, when they released him, as soon as he walked out, they rearrested him for the murder, for the unalive of Jordan. And then it went and got the mother. Um, One letter includes a drawing in honor of Jordan. Another from Larissa reflects her concern with being portrayed in the media as a baby killer. Really? You're worried about what the media is going to say? Your kid is laying like 5 feet, 4 feet under dirt, and you're worried about what everybody else is going to say? Give me a freaking break. Rodriguez is a mother of 10, 10, all biological. And the letters do at times refer to the children, other children. Mom wrote, for example, I miss them all so bad, brings tears to my eyes. But you weren't thinking about that when your 5-year-old passed away. Um, the letters referred to missing the other kids and loving the kids. And the I team also went back to what we had seen in written court records. Child welfare workers found the house filthy with bugs and rats, even bugs in some of the food that the kids were eating at the time that they showed up. There was roaches in one of the kids' sandwiches that they were eating. Now, was that for a punishment, or was it because they just couldn't keep bugs off their food? Either way, it's disgusting. Mm-hmm. Larissa also recently gave birth behind bars. The letters refer to baby Aaliyah. Child welfare workers took her into foster care. And Rodriguez wrote, it was the worst feeling ever, carrying a baby for 9 months, then having the child ripped away. You had a baby in your stomach for 9 months. He turned 5 years old, and you unalived it. That has to be the worst feeling, not the baby getting taken away from you. That baby's safe and alive, not to mention. In the end, Judge Nancy Russo sentenced Larissa to 25 years in prison and Christopher to 28. And yet, the focus in the letters in the relationship between the lovers, she wrote to him, I truly want to marry and be happy for the rest of my life. Bitch, find Bertha. She'll make you happy for the rest of your life. As they headed to prison, Christopher Rodriguez wrote about the defense lawyer. He said, they scared us into taking this plea deal. They didn't even try to fight for us. Well, first off, you guys didn't pay these lawyers. Of course, they're not going to fight for you. They're court appointed. They've got to do the bare minimum. Investigators close to the case had suggested the case moved along, and they didn't believe they had seen so much remorse or grief from the mother and her boyfriend. Jailhouse letters did not reveal a great deal of that either. Goddamn.
First of all, why would you feed your kid food with roaches on it?
Okay,
Roaches
so
carry so many bacteria.
you just,
That is just
dude,
disgusting.
if when I let you listen to some of these recordings between the mother and the boyfriend, you'll hear some of the more even ridiculous things. Like there was one kid, he said he could not stand it. He couldn't wait to get home to deal with him. Then he said told the mother to put a dirty sock in his mouth to shut him up. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and then making the other kids put hands on these other kids.
She don't deserve any of them. Mm-mm-mm.
I'm telling you, some of this shit is just ridiculous. And she acts like she didn't do anything wrong. Well, if you didn't do it, then why was your kid buried behind your house? If he did it, why didn't you, while he was locked up, why did you say something?
Right.
You had plenty of time to say something. But no, you were worried about you and him getting married when he got out. Guess what? You got to wait 28 years. Let me see if they have a video. No. I'm trying to find a video on it. Sorry, y'all. One that won't get me copyright. He's not, he's just laying in there. Shut up. Eva Rose. Eva, shut it. There is two puppies in there. Puppies. Right? Hold on, y'all. Let me mute this. All right, sorry, y'all. I had to get my dog to shut up. But yeah, this bitch is like elusive. She is just nuts to think that it's okay. I don't know if they have any audio like of the everything I see is like readable, and I don't want to sit here and read this whole goddamn thing. Oh, this kind of tells you what happened. Hold on. Where the hell to go? Wait a minute. All right, it says all right, so it says Larissa told the police that sometime in September 2017, Christopher brought the boy to her bedroom in a semi-conscious state. Instead of seeking help, where am I at? Larissa said they gave him a cold shower and put him down in her bed for 24 hours. When he died, they decided to bury him in the backyard. They put mothballs in the bags. They wrapped him in to keep the animals from digging him up. The boy's death went unreported for 2 months until Cleveland police received the tip from his brother in Pakistan. Jordan's death was a homicide, but they could not. God dang it! Shut up! But they could not determine Jordan's exact cause of death. They also found the boy had previously fractured wrists, several ribs, and were likely signs of child abuse.
It was. One, if it wasn't, why are they hiding it? Why are they burying the kid and not? Why didn't they take him to the hospital or what?
Oh my God! Do you know how mad I got at this when I first started listening to it? Because I started about maybe a week and a half ago looking at this case. It just came across. I don't know how I found it. It just came across. And then there's another channel called Crime Chance. Really, really good channel. They're a pretty big channel too. He just started recently putting out video on this. So I kind of joked with him and said, "Hey, were you watching mine?" But I haven't put nothing out about it yet. So I'm gonna do a video more in depth on it. I just wanted to bring it up to y'all and make you aware of it. Because this boy had autism, y'all. Barely verbal. Barely. What could have this kid done to these people? Besides be a pain in the ass like every other kid in the world is. But he couldn't have done nothing that bad. And he brought him into a room semi-conscious. Don't you think you should have called 911 then? Oh, wait a minute. So if Christopher brought him in like that, then Christopher must have done something to him for him to be in that kind of state. And you are sitting there kissing his ass the whole time he was in jail. That makes a whole lot of fucking sense. What? No, I'm about to. Because I was like waiting for the sun to go down a little bit more so it won't stop.
Yeah, he just didn't let him.
He probably does, but if we bring him out, then he's got to stay out. I've got to let her out.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying. Just think about them. He's not thinking how to put him out right this second. I'm just saying.
Well, that's why I was waiting.
He might go pee. Yeah, I gotta go pee.
I don't know, Miss Teresa. I have no idea. It's she had 10 kids. She got to take care of 9 of them. Well, 4 of them got took from her custody, but I'm sure she had some kind of interaction with them before they got took. And then the 5 that were living with her, well, at the time of her arrest, she only had 4 because the one was in the backyard. I guess you still say 5. and pregnant with one. And let me tell you this. She met this guy off of Facebook, y'all,
What?
from Florida. She's from Cleveland, Ohio. He's from Lakeland, Florida. He moved up there and never left. And she said he was very abusive to her and the kids. Why did you allow him to stay? Boot his ass out. Y'all weren't married. And then while he's locked up, you're talking about you could have waited to marry him. It's just stories like this that just can put a big damper on your life. Not your life, but their life, and just hurt our hearts. But I want to bring this story to life, even though it's from 2017, 2018, whatever. But I wanted to bring it out because this boy had autism. There were so many kids going missing or unalive because of them having autism. I'm about ready for a hot dog. I'm hungry. All right, well, give me a minute, y'all. I'll be right back. I got to take my dog out.